Hi, I'm Tim Wambach with Handicap This. Today I am in Sheboygan, Wisconsin with Dr. Mike Saatkamp, and we're talking about his product, Parenting, Movement, and Nutrition. Now we've talked a little bit about movement, and I was wondering if you could kind of dig deeper into what exactly you teach.
Yeah. Movement at its root comes out of the development of our nervous system and our muscular system and our skeletal system,
Okay.
out of a field that's called embryology. And it's very complex, so I'm not going to dig into the whole thing, but there are three aspects of learning how to move that I think are really important for special needs parents to understand. The first of those is called primitive reflexes. So primitive reflexes are movements that are present when the baby is born and some, before birth even. And they include things like the grasp reflex, so you touch and you grasp, and the rooting reflex, where the mouth follows the finger across, and different reflexes related to the neck and to tone and to protecting yourself when you fall.
Okay.
So those are called primitive reflexes, and they're there before the baby learns anything. That's why they're called primitive. They're present until the brain begins to develop and stop those movements from happening. Because you don't want every time you tap your finger for the hand to close, right? You want to be able to tap your hand and keep it open.
Right.
So in an adult with a mature nervous system, these reflexes are inhibited. They'll often come back when someone develops Alzheimer's disease or other form of dementia. Okay, because the frontal lobe, which is doing the inhibiting, starts to break down and it ceases to inhibit. So you'll hear people with some advanced developmental problems in age, and they'll smack.
Right.
Okay, and they start to stick their tongue out. Those are returns to primitive reflexes. In adults, we call them frontal release signs. So the frontal lobe is releasing those movements. Okay, that's a little technical, but keep this really, really simple. Primitive reflexes are movements that are present at birth. Okay, the second topic is called writing reactions. Writing reactions are a little bit more advanced, and we start to use those as we learn to lift our head and we learn to sit up. And writing responses keep our body upright. So they're related to learning how to extend and flex the spine so that we can be up in gravity. So we have primitive reflexes, writing reactions, and the third thing is equilibrium reactions. Equilibrium reactions are related to our inner ear and control of our eyes, so that we have what's called the doll's eye reflex. So that when I hold my finger up here, out in front of me, and I turn my head, I can keep my eye on my thumb without much effort. And so that equilibrium reaction needs to be present to help to steer coordination of my eyes and my neck and my jaw, and all the way down to my feet. So all of these tightly integrated parts of our nervous system need to move in order, remember, neurons that fire together wire together, and they need to move with coordination, delicacy, gentleness, without pain whenever possible, and without overstretching, so that we're learning to coordinate. And that's what we put together in the movement lessons for the PMN training program, is movement lessons that help to coordinate our brain. We're not delving into primitive reflexes directly, but we're building the brain so the brain is healthy enough to keep those inhibited and to be able to move the way that we want to with comfort and grace.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm Tim Wambach with Handicap This. Please check us out on the next video talking about parenting, movement, and nutrition.